And we want to make an environment that's conducive to learning, and we want to have an environment that is inviting to make kids want to come to school. I grew up in a situation in which my whole entire high school, I'd never missed a day. I was always afraid that the one day that I was going to miss, something good was going to happen. So I always wanted to go. And I think if we can create those environments that want to make kids not only come to school, but stay in the school, well,
school can be fun.
It can be fun.
It can be fun. My name is Alex Lopez with Corrigan Clark Architects and Issues in Education. With me, I have Mr. Adrian Bond.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Did I get that right?
Yes, you got it right.
Okay, I absolutely appreciate you giving me the time and giving us the time to chat a little bit about what's going on here in Cuba. You having a good time in Miami?
I am. This is wonderful.
Okay, yeah.
Great experience.
Better weather than my weather in Chicago.
I'm telling you, yeah, I'm sure.
I left there a few days ago and it was 30 degrees. And, it's nice here.
We weren't quite as cold, but we're still probably 20 degrees warmer here, so different.
And we were talking a little bit off camera, Memphis, huh?
Yes,
Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, Memphis, Tennessee.
Beale Street.
Beale Street,
okay.
The home of the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So how long have you been living in
I'm born and raised.
Really?
Born and raised, yes.
Oh, God bless you. That's awesome.
There you go.
So tell me a little bit about it. I don't want to screw this up. Is it Caissa K12?
Caissa K12.
Caissa K12, and you're the president
I am the president of the company.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, this is wonderful. Caissa K12 is the nation's leading student recruitment provider for traditional public school systems. So we work with public school systems to help them compete to bring students back from charter, private, home and virtual schools. By running grassroots efforts campaign that consists of door-to-door, phone calls, text, emails, and such. And what we do is we become advocates and bring what the wonderful things that the district are doing to the parents one-on-one.
So off camera, we were talking about. I mean, you're a young parent of some young children, right?
I am.
So they're at home. How old are they?
4, 9, and 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
God
and the
bless you.
4-year-old runs the house.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We know who the boss is.
That's
there,
right.
Huh?
That's right.
So tell me a little bit. If you think about your own children and thinking about built environment, excuse me. I mean, I'm an architect.
Yeah.
If money was no object, what does the perfect classroom look like for your children?
Yeah, that's a great question. I believe I'd like to be able to see the ability to have the natural light, have the boards, the whiteboards that double as the screens, and I think we've gotten past, at least that I've seen, we've gotten past the regular chalkboards in the classroom. So we want to make sure that we're exposing our kids with the options of the next, technology. Yeah. And so being able to do that, I mean, let's get away from some of the traditional desk in the classroom. Things more modern, maybe flexible.
Flexible furniture.
Yeah, flexible furniture, those sort of things. Okay. Yeah, I believe that's, and we want to make an environment that's conducive to learning, and we want to have an environment that is inviting to make kids want to come to school. I grew up in a situation in which my whole entire high school, I'd never missed a day. I was always afraid that the one day that I was going to miss, something good was going to happen. So I always wanted to go. And I think if we can create those environments that want to make kids not only come to school, but stay in the school, well,
school can be fun.
It can be fun.
It can be fun. I think it's what the educators and parents make a big difference in that too.
That's right. You're right. Absolutely.
So let's move to maybe a bigger room. Okay, let's talk about the library, because you and I learn in very different environments, right? And from today.
That's right.
Because I remember I couldn't say a word in the library. I can hear you breathing five feet away.
That's right.
Now, what would you do if you could design your library? What's important to you?
Well, I think still being able to take advantage of a lot of the technology that we have at our disposal, making sure that this is a space where kids can go and learn and feel a sense of being able to be in touch with their other peers. So you mentioned about being able to be quiet. Well, I think the library should also be a space where people can come together, kids can come in and collaborate. Yeah.
Okay.
And so when we talk about what that space looks like, I know you got to have books, area for books, but let's figure out ways that if you got boards that can have videos. You may be able to you got desks where you can communicate maybe virtually. They can see you, you can see them. I think those are opportunities that will allow kids the chance to learn how this works. I think back just a few years ago, it was hard to do virtual calls. I mean, you almost, you had to call your IT person to do a virtual call.
It's one of the silver linings of COVID.
That's right.
We were forced to figure it out.
We were forced to figure it out.
And now, you probably rather go to a meeting in Zoom than get up and travel 45 minutes somewhere.
That's right. That's right. So I think the earlier that we can expose our kids to those sort of things, I think the better. But yes, I think, let's make it fun. Let's make it conducive to kids wanting to come together and learn. And I think that's the space we've got to be thinking about.
And until we figure out how to communicate without noise and maybe mentally, and we have to have these collaborative areas where maybe a little bit, it's okay to get a little loud in the library.
That's right. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
I say my young self would love that because, I like to chat. Mr. Bond, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Hope you enjoy the rest of your stay here in Miami at Q.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Give me this opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. All right.